This is a difficult situation. Hello everyone, Falli here again. Welcome back to Road to Vostok. Last episode we, died in the minefield, which is maybe predictable. But anyway, yeah, this episode I'm just trying to go back to the minefield, grab some more loot. And, well, I've said that I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but, I've been looking up how to get new shelters and so on. Apparently in the outpost area there's just an unlocked tent or something you can use as a shelter, so I'll try to make that my new main base, since all these map transitions, all this traveling every time is getting a bit tiresome. So yeah, that's just the plan for today. I'll cut out most of the travel and I'll get back to you when we're in the outpost area again. Or maybe not, maybe I'm just fucking immediately getting shot at, that's cool. This is off to a fantastic start. Oh wow, potato, pineapple, fanny pack, and an AK. I bought the Morsen this time. Already here, let's check out the trader. Maybe you can get some painkillers or something. Okay, gloves. This is just the equipment I bought, just stuff I had still had in my shelter, and the Mosin this time. I mean, the condition is really low, but I really wanted a scope rifle for the outpost. Oh, not the outpost, the minefield. Yeah, I guess also the outpost. I mean, it's a pretty expansive area. Oh wow, fucking Boonie Head, that's cool. Wonder why it's called Boonie Head. Maybe because they were in the boonies, I don't know. Oh, hello. Duct tape, blanket. I don't know, sure, why not? Anyway. Hello.
No, katsotaan mitä tuolta oikein löytyy.
Any painkillers? Doesn't look like it. Can I get the map? Sure.
Kiitoksia, kiitoksia.
Anything else? Yeah. Been's restock 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm not waiting around for this.
No niin, leukarintaa ja eteenpäin.
Yeah, that's not a great start. Cool. Anyway, 18 rounds. Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, I was trying to make my way back to the outpost area, then I'll get back to you. If anything happens, I'll cut back in. Alright, we're now back at the outpost, and I totally didn't get killed off screen. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go check this out and try to find the shelter. The map sketch I found is pretty rudimentary, but it's really useful. So it should be somewhere in the western corner. Oh, is that it already? Well, I was kind of expecting an epic struggle or something, but here we go, I guess. You can really tell the Mongol heritage of the Finns by, the look of this tent. Kind of looks like a yurt, you know what I mean? I don't know. Put some peanuts here and some juice. Doesn't have a bed or anything. That's interesting. Do I have any furniture to place? No. Okay, I need a fucking mattress and I got a sleeping bag in the other shelter, but yeah, I'll see if I can find some more stuff. Would be cool if you could craft more furniture, but this isn't Minecraft, I guess, so okay. Did craft this improvised tourniquet off screen, so that's cool, I guess. Or maybe not. And actually, oh, fish soup, yeah, I was about to say not seeing any recipes for potatoes, but looks like you only used them in this fish soup, so... I don't know, is this set as our new shelter now? Maybe. But still, you know, nice that we have a base closer to the minefield now. Does look kind of like a yurt though, doesn't it? I'm not just being bigoted against Finns. Yeah. Anyway. I've read somewhere that, you know, what would you consider the greatest everyday tool or your equipment in your nation's army, and you know, the Finns all set their tents, and I mean, I guess if you're in the Finnish winter, having this closed-off tent with a firewood stove would be really handy. So yeah, I can definitely see the argument for that. Like when I was in the military, we only had these fucking shelter halves or tarps, and yeah, I mean, it's good for rain cover and you set them up very quickly and so on. What's this, K12? Oh, that's okay. And there's like you can build this 8-man tent with it and all sorts of other stuff too. Like classic way, I guess, is just putting two together, so you have, you know, turn the shelter halves into one shelter, believe it or not. Then you have a 2-man tent. But I don't know, like most of the time we would either just do these lean-tos, or like they call it a snail, which we did during basic training. We just put them in like this circle thing, and you could theoretically put campfire in the middle of it. Takes pretty long to set up though, and after, you know, basic training we never really did that. People like usually just got fucking like a tarp or something, which is lighter and more versatile than these shelter halves. And yeah, I mean, tarps or ponchos. I myself had this lightweight poncho, which probably glowed like a Christmas tree under IR light, but yeah. And that's the good thing about these cotton shelter halves, even though they're very heavy and not super waterproof, is they don't show up under IR. There was this test run, I mean, not scientific or anything, but by these YouTubers, I forgot the name, about like different camo patterns and materials under night vision, and you know, the thing that really mattered the most was just the material, so polyester, anything, you know, synthetic, really bright, and if it was just cotton or something, it wasn't. I mean, there's these IR invisible synthetic fibers too, but they're pretty expensive. So that's the thing with cheap, like load carrying equipment and so on. They are usually very bright under night vision, which, you know, if you're doing airsoft or something, doesn't really matter, but no, gunsmith still won't be back. Just wondering, since we're close by. It's, you know, with Tasmanian Tiger, like quality and everything is really good, but they do glow under night vision, so maybe if you're planning on going to Ukraine or something as a war tourist, don't buy those. Spend the $100 extra and get something IR resistant. Actually, Tasmanian Tiger does have a IR reduced signature, whatever you want to call it, line too, so yeah. You know. But anyway, going back to these map sketches, it does remind me of those I had to draw myself back in the infantry when we did these, what would you call them, like navigation marches or something. Like, usually it would start off, you know, you'd be giving a map, and then you had like 5 minutes to draw a map sketch and find the next waypoint that way. And from that one, like from that point onward, it would just be like compass heading, which, to be honest, is actually easier if you don't try to be smart with it. If you just walk in a straight line and follow the compass blindly, then yeah, it's pretty easy. You just have to do your pace counts and stuff, but if you fuck up your map sketch, and yeah, that's bad. Really like this orienteering stuff. It was usually just you and your battle buddy, and you know, just going on a stroll, you know what I mean? No NCOs to scream at you, and you know, if you fuck up, it's actually your fault. And yeah, kind of master of your own destiny. I really like that. And yeah, and you got partnered up with some dipshit or someone who thought they were more clever than they were, and you know, actually, if we just turned 16 degrees now, and then yeah, it does work like that, but in practice, people tend to fuck that up, and then yeah, you're stuck somewhere. And since you know you don't have a map, you just have your compass heading. If you get off course once, it's very difficult to get back on track. Well, it's dangerous. You know, I have to heed my own advice more. When I totally didn't die off screen the last time, I just was running around this, like a dirt path, and yeah, obviously I got spotted and shot and, you know, died. You know that story I told you about how we've nabbed those rangers doing series where we were playing Op 4, where they were doing that and yeah, just if you move 5 meters into the wood line, it already dramatically increases your chances. So yeah, takes the extra effort, I guess. What's that marine adage? Always take the path of most resistance. There's some truth to that. I mean, if you have to cover an approach, then yeah, you're going to focus most of your attention on the roads or something. I mean, even though you now know they're probably not going to be that dumb, but you know, you can never be sure. Actually, where did I read that? I think that was One Bullet Away, I think. And you know, the funny thing is, the guy's, like, the author's name was Fig, which means fuck in German, so that's really funny. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think it's Iraq. Can't remember anyway. Yeah, like he talks about in training and doing these infantry approaches and so on, and how you know, they're taught not to go the easy roads, so yeah, it makes sense. This is actually how they diffuse mines. It's what Barrett 50 was originally acquired for, I think. So that's cool. I mean, I know mine, like the combat divers do that too. Like when they see sea mines, they just shoot at them, which, I mean, yeah, is probably a lot safer and easier than getting close and defusing them. Combat divers are pretty hardcore, you know, like first special forces unit we had in West Germany after the World War II, after rearmament, were these combat divers, and they I think were founded and trained together with the French. I think the Commando Kiefer or something. Like it looks like Kiefer, not German name, but whatever. Yeah, and I think like the Italian frogmen during World War II were also very good. I think they destroyed a British cruiser like in Egypt while it was in port, so that's cool. Okay, nothing here. Do we have anything? No. I was getting nervous with these rocks, you know, they just look like mines. Yeah, minefields, not very great. And there's this section in Half-Life in Surface Tension. There's several, actually, that have mines, and if you get there with no explosives, you're in for a very rough time. So it's like, okay, there's this area in the desert that has mines, that makes sense, but then later on, in that area with all the snipers, there's just these mines between these warehouses, and it's like, okay, why are they still here? Just to suffer? No, probably not. I don't know. Don't really want to cross through the grass here. Actually, I don't think there's mines in Blue Shift or Opposing Force. You know, maybe the implication is that the military set those mines, but there's these weathered signs talking about, you know, danger mines and so on, so I don't think that's correct. Kind of liked how they went about it in Half-Life 2 with the hopper mines, like they're very obvious to spot, and you can also use them as weapons, which, you know, obviously you don't... Actually, maybe you want mines to be visible, you know, just the sign, danger mines, is just as much of a deterrent as those mines actually being there. I don't really like this. A good thing these mines aren't instant kills, but it's still not ideal. We can get on that rock there. Spot a few enemies, maybe. What's this? That's a truck. Can't see anything, but very scenic countryside here. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Those combine hopper mines being so visible and loud. You know, they moved from conquering army to one of oppression, so letting the enemy, like the citizens know, okay, this path is mined, don't go there. It's probably more important in a way than actually blowing people up. I don't know, maybe it's like putting those sirens on the Stuka. So just psychological secondary effect. You know, wonder if this game is going to add drones at some point. That would be like, probably wouldn't be very fun to just have drones, you know, flying above the minefield area or whatever, and, you know, calling in reinforcements if they spot you. I mean, it would be fantastic gameplay, you're just walking and you get tracked by a FPV drone. No. There's a mine, that's very good. For me. Really wish I had a magnified scope, actually. But some dumbass died and lost the scope Mosin, so man, if I find that guy, oof. Okay, this is super sketchy. Is that a... no, that's a tree stump, I think. Oh, jeez. I wonder how these guys are patrolling with all these mines around. But actually, looked up the stalker thing with the mines. It's actually Stingray 1 and it is in Yarnov, so I was worried about that. But apparently there's also a path. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, should probably move. Right, there's apparently a path marked by stakes in the ground, which I never found, but okay. I just stuck close to like one of the borders and made my way forward slowly. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's get upstairs here. Nothing. Oh, fantastic. It's just no loot here at all. I mean, that must suck if you're stationed up here and there's not even like a roof. Okay, there's other position there. Probably go check that out. Can't see anything, but you know, we did forget my scope. Day 5 of asking for binoculars in this game. A really strange choice that there's no binoculars, if you ask me, considering all the other stuff you have. It's like, I wonder why bottled water and matches are so rare. Oh, hello, there he is. Ah, okay, not good. Greed is a slow and insidious killer, I guess. Okay, M4. Relatively okay condition. Can count ourselves really lucky that these mines aren't instant death. Oh, you are courting death. You know, pro strategy, just jump across minefields. Makes it less likely to set up mines. I mean, actually, if you walked on like stilts across a minefield and had these giant steps, that would probably lower the chances of setting one off. You know, just probabilistically speaking, because you're having like you have to take less steps and thus have less chance to set them off, and also your footprint is probably going to be lower, but okay, yeah, I see him. Clear. 10 rounds, okay. You know, my thinking was if they're patrolling here, these paths are probably clear of mines, but doesn't look like that's actually the case, so... I mean, I can understand why you're killing the border guards, not the border guards, the bandits, but is it morally justifiable to kill these border guards? I mean, I don't know. I also found a knife, but it's not very useful. I mean, for mine clearing you can use a knife, kind of like, I mean, like what would you, like to detect mines, you just step into the ground at like a 45-degree angle in front of you, and, you know, if you hit anything hard, oh, that's a mine. I actually had to do that for, like, mine awareness training and so on. I had to clear, like, it was like 50 meters or something that way, and those 50 meters were extremely exhausting. So imagine having to clear, like, I don't know, a kilometer or 500 meters or something, and probably under fire, and yeah, all of that doesn't sound very fun. I'm really starting to come around to that stilt idea for minefields. I should suggest that somewhere, like DARPA. Is that a mine? Yes. Pretty sure the mines respawn if you change maps, so yeah, it was a gunshot. So pretty certain that was one too. Yeah, I see you. Hey. Yeah, let me just eat some cold medicine. Did I get him? Probably not, but I should get closer. Oh, hello. Car 12. I think yes. Was I talking about that, like, I mean, okay, that's just following orders bit is probably not so good to bring up, but these border guards are probably acting like in the interest of a legitimate government, and I think like I read up a bit on the lore, so this area in Finland is supposed to be off limits and you're not supposed to live there. So them just enforcing border control. I don't know if we can justify just killing them. But, you know. It is a video game and it is a shooter, so you need someone to shoot at, but... That's why most of these survival games have these bandits or something, just so you have a, you know, evil faction you can shoot with no moral conundrums. But yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't think there would be like bandit gangs or something. It would just be like in... Oh, fuck. Be like in the road where it's every man for himself. This is a difficult situation. Yeah, I mean, the problem is I'm running out of bandages and I don't have a flashlight, so clearing a minefield in the dark doesn't sound super fun if I'm being completely honest. Oh, hello. Now, why is there this Soviet steel helmet here? Like, who brought this here? You know what I mean? Like, these border guards, I mean, they don't seem to wear helmets, but you'd think they'd be equipped with like modern Kevlar helmets or something. Like, is anyone even still manufacturing steel helmets? I mean, actually, I think they are. I read about this before because steel helmets can be stored pretty much indefinitely. So some, was it Switzerland? I don't remember, but they were ordering like new military steel helmets for like long-term storage for conscripts. So yeah, okay, but even then, that would be a modern helmet and not, you know, this Soviet vintage. Boy. Sure hope I got that guy, because if he takes pot shots at me now, I'm probably not going to make it. And you know, once we're clear of this bullshit, and we're back in the tent, we still have to, like, before we're back in the tent, we still have to clear the fucking outpost, not outpost. Checkpoint? No, it is called outpost, yeah. Fuck. There's another one somewhere up there. Did I get him? Oh, come on. Maybe we can make a deal. Like a deal. Maybe he's a Republican. Should rewatch Kelly's Heroes. Actually, there's a fucking mine right there. Okay, I think I got them. This is super sketchy. Why are you caring about an empty can, you piece of... I mean, for these guys being from an organized military, their guns are in a pretty abysmal state, but okay. Like, who knows who these border guards are supposed to be? Maybe they are like... You know, a lot of those UN peacekeepers and so on are from really poor countries, and those are the only ones who actually make a profit with peacekeeping. You know, I think the UN gives you... I don't remember how much, but it's like a set amount of, you know, per soldier per day, and... no, don't like that, actually. Okay, but this is a different guy, I think, or this other guy moved here, but I can't see him. It's just not ideal. Don't have any health items, do I? No. Just drop this. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just felt like doing something. Is that him? Okay, it's... Well... Shit. This is a difficult situation. Need to get my game face on here and, you know, fucking kill them. Okay, taking fire from 2 different shooters now. Maybe 3. This is really not great. Would be cool if they would turn on like flashlights. But obviously they wouldn't do that. Oh, M4 and it jams. Oh, Americans. No. That's the reason they call it the dead man's click. Dead man's chest. Bro, why is this shit jamming so much? It's not even in the red. Now with direct impingement, wouldn't it be more reliable? Because all that gas is blown back. Completely overgassed. You know, time for a cheeky pea soup snack. Problem. No ammo. And I still have my MP. Yeah, sure, buddy. Just lay your weapons down and walk away. Yeah, this is not ideal. No, not you. Okay, so I got 10 more shots in these. I ain't got the fucking Mosin, but whatever. Stop right there, criminal scum! You can tell I'm serious because I have my serious face on. This is kind of... I'm not sure what to do if I walk downstairs. I'm just going to get tracked, but I can't really get a shot off from up here. So... Oh yeah, I dropped that one. Did I though? Maybe you did. Okay, I think that's 1 down. 1 to go. Maybe I can bait him into shooting at me to reveal himself. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll have to fucking move. Which is not ideal. How many rounds? 5. Yeah, that's about 25 less than I want. I don't know. Let me just drop this one so I can quickly pick up that guy's gun. Ideally without setting off any mines. I really should have bought a fucking flashlight. The place was flooded with them when I didn't need any, and now, yeah, great. I mean, that's always how it is. Like when I was looking for that one religious book, like every bandit seemed to have one, and now And then, you know, I was trying to complete the quest, there wasn't a single one. Shit, where's the guy I shot? Could really use some ammo and health. Are there any mines here? It's really hard to tell. I don't think so. Nothing. Other M4. Okay, 25 rounds. That's really good. Yeah, how are we going to do this? Just move back, I guess, because I mostly cleared out the mines. Yeah, I think that might be the best choice of action here. Just have to be really fucking careful. Coming back to that stilt idea I had. I actually saw that on some Ukrainian sappers doing training at these kind of strange shoes that had like 4 points of contact each, and I don't know what the deal with that was. I mean, wouldn't that increase the chance of stepping on a mine? Oh, but maybe it distributes the weight, so... Oh no. I mean, what time is it? 8. Yeah, worst case scenario, we could just wait until tomorrow, I guess. But... care of, sure, 2, better than 0. Millimeter. This is fucking difficult, dudes. Can I just sleep? Wonder what happens if I do that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, actually. Okay, doesn't seem like the enemy advanced on me or anything, so that's cool. I thought, you know, maybe I'll just instantly die because enemies are close by. Yeah, thought it was a mine. Okay. I mean, if he's shooting at me, he knows I'm here, probably. I mean, that seems like a reasonable deduction to make, if I'm being honest. Up there, I saw him. He's running up the tower. Oh, let's... hopefully that was the last of them for a time. I'll see if I can loot something from him, maybe. Got to be really fucking careful. I really don't want to die to a mine now, after I've just survived all this bullshit. But, you know, good to know that the enemy can climb up these towers. Oh, it's just some sandbags, okay. You know, they told us that you need 3 rows of sandbags, you know, 3 rows deep, to protect against 762, so... Or maybe that's just machine gun fire, I don't know. But they always have that in games where it's like one row of sandbags and it's completely impervious to gunfire, and you know, probably wouldn't be like that. Sure. Yeah, maybe grab that. Do you have anything good? No. Okay, you have some ammo, that's really good. Actually. Cool. No food though. So that's... Yeah, as I was saying earlier, before we got interrupted by this bullshit. Shame I can't take their vests or something. Or, you know, their uniforms. Anyway, yeah, about these peacekeepers and so on. That's why a lot of those poorer nations send a lot of troops to UN missions, because they get, like, no matter the nation, they get the same amount of money per soldier per day. So for highly trained Western forces, it's drop in the bucket, and, you know, they're still operating at a loss. But for nations, you know, where cost of living, cost of training and so on, maybe the quality of training isn't so high, they can actually turn a profit that way. So that's why I see them a lot in these UN missions, and it's not, you know, humanitarianism, it's just cold hard cash. Talked about it before, about the, like, a lot of those AMCs were actually not these super elite Western Special Forces Commando guys, but guys from like Fiji or Tonga or something, and they would do like, if they were actually doing directly military stuff, they would be doing like gate guards and so on. So, I mean, obviously, if you can save cost, you're going to do that as a company. I mean, you have a duty to your shareholders, right? Okay. I mean, note to myself, always bring melatonin, cause that really saved my ass. That I could... I mean, hasn't yet, but, you know, it's like 5 AM now. So, you'll get light pretty soon, and then this will get a lot easier to do. Okay, there's this strip here that I think we will need to cross again. Yeah, I think I see one. Or maybe not. Okay, that's just a rock, okay. Maybe would it be funny if the ricochet would have, you know, hit me and I died. Wouldn't have been very funny for me, but for you, the viewer, probably. And that's what I'm doing all this for, aren't I? You know, this feels super gamey, but I think I'm just going to retrace my steps back along the line here. You know, I looked at the patch notes that were released yesterday. So there's going to be a new way to get into the Vostok area without mines. So that's going to be very neat. Okay. Steady as she goes. Did you wonder if the guards only spawn on the other side of that little border marking thing, like the the barbed wire thing. I think that's what that's supposed to be, like the demarcation line between, you know, Finland and Russia. I was actually wondering where Vostok is, right? Because I don't remember Vostok being close to the Finnish border. But yeah, I think like the Wikipedia article on this game is really good. It actually has all the in-game areas like linked to the real world location. Nine! Oh! God fucking damn it! Oh. Well, you know, at least now we know how the outpost works, which is called Comfort. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to bring some guns and stuff here, cause now I have fucking nothing, which is not ideal. Close to tears, actually. I thought it was a really cool run, and, you know, would have been the icing on the cake if I hadn't made it back, but I guess I'll have to get some more stuff off screen, and yeah, I'm definitely not going to set off, you know, late in the day, so clearing this area in the night is really a fucking pain in the ass. Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed this video. I know I did, even though, you know, it was extremely frustrating at the end there. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Until then, take care.